Hi guys, Chess Learning for Life here with game 3 of my classical tournament. And my opponent was a 1500 rated player, and it was not just any ordinary player, it was the under 8 regional champion. And tough game. Let's just get right into it. I'm playing with white. Here he plays e6, which is my my repertoire. Here I play the Nimzo, but he prefers to transfer into the Queen's Gambit Declined. This is all theory. Here it's just personal preference, but I decided to take the knight. And here I just my memory loss. Rook c1 was the best move, but I just took here. H3 was a good move to stop bishop g4 and kind of limit his light square bishop. I don't really like this bishop e6 move, top pawn. Here he strikes with c5, but my center is well protected, so I castle. And he trades off his dark square bishop. And here I thought I was better because his pawn was fixed on the light square, which is the same square as his bishop. And here I thought, well, let's play for a win. But I forgot my weakness on d4, and just here I was always behind in development, always one tempo away. And queen g5 was just very aggressive. Now I found the best move f4 to kick away his queen, because he was threatening bishop takes h3, right? And I don't really want to move my king, and if I move my queen to protect my pawn, then my d4 pawn just falls. And then here, a crucial moment I thought for a long time, and I settled with a passive knight e2. Now this was obviously wrong. I should have, because here I thought I could have played for the win because I had the better bishop. But turns out I'm just lacking in development, and here I just had to play f5. And here just move the king away, not take, and like go for bishop d7, and here I guess you take back the pawn and trade it off. But in the game I didn't really like trading things off, because obviously trading off the d pawns only benefits his bishop and not mine. And here his rooks will also be active, and I don't really like it. Here another variation that I calculated was takes, and then bishop d3, bishop back, and take the pawn. But I don't really like it. Again, his rooks get active, and I'm a tempo behind in development. And so I just settled for the passive move, which turned out to be bad. Here I didn't want to give up my light square bishop. Here I was just too stubborn, and maybe trading it off would help my development. But here he defended. I tried to get one more defender on my d4 pawn, but now I'm just playing passive, right? I'm playing it into my opponent's hands, like only defending my d4 pawn, and I can't even focus on his d5 pawn, while my king is also kind of exposed right here. Here a very nice move I actually like is king h2. So here bishop h3 was threatened, king h2 solved this threat, and it also gave me a g3 square to kind of plant my knight if I want to attack the bishop, and maybe go for future f5 pushes if the knight can plant into g3. But my opponent didn't give me time. Rook e4 was kind of a slight inaccuracy, and here actually going for a tactic was better with bishop d3. Takes, because now you win this pawn, after rook c1 takes and rook c5, you can just play king f8, and you can't take here because knight b4 forks your pieces. I mean my pieces. And he could have went for this winning endgame up a pawn, but instead he decided to go aggressive with rook e4 and rook de8. And g4 was a tactic because, like, if he just moves his bishop away, then bishop c2 is a pin and skew. I don't know what to call this, just it wins material. Therefore his only option is to sack, but this is a premature sacrifice because this allows knight g3 without any issue after queen f2 if he takes on d4, and he can't go rook e3 here. You'll see later in the game why I talked about this rook e3 move. Now he pressures my knight, and here the only move to survive. Pause the video. The move is knight g3. So for knight g3, if he takes on d4, I had to move my queen to c3, not f2. Why not f2? Because then bishop d3 comes, and just my whole attack on his bishop was gone. And if he pins me, then if I can pin him, then it's nice, but he gets a lot of material in compensation of his queen. And here queen c3 was better because now bishop d3 comes with f5, and if you take, I take your queen, and your queen moves, I take your bishop. And here after queen c3, only move was to take this rook. Now if I take back and he moves his bishop back like here, then it's an equal game after takes. This doesn't work because this. And if I take the bishop, then he has to find the beautiful move queen takes g3, takes, and he gets 2 rooks for my queen, and he's also up a pawn. And here he is the one that is, wait, no, he's not up a pawn after bishop takes d5. And here is an equal end game, but it's harder for me to hold because 2 rooks are better. But here I just blundered into rook f2. I thought I could protect this knight and then later handle with these kind of tactics. But now he finds the beautiful sacrifice given a brilliancy. Bishop takes g4, which was kind of forced. I foresee this, but now I was just stuck here thinking. But I was actually already lost. I was trying to just think, like, I'm up a piece, I gotta have something, maybe some counterattacks, but nope. Try the best resort, knight g3, because if he takes here, I can have queen c1, protecting this pawn, and also threatening to trade off the rooks. But very nice found by my opponent rook e3, which my position just collapses and my knight is forced to die. If rook g2, then you can even take this knight because there's this check, and your queen and my queen is gone because if your king moves, then there is a check, a Suizenzug, and here you could even just take the queen, take the rook, but there is checkmate in the board. And here I played rook g1, which is even worse because it's forced mate. After this, check. If I block here, it's just mate like this. I block with the F rook, but after check, I just resigned because here, queen f2, takes, queen e3 check, and queen e1 mate. And that's kind of sad. Now I'm 1 of 3 in the tournament. Still 4 more games to go. Stay tuned for the games, and I hope you enjoyed today's video. Like and subscribe for more chess content, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.